This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hi everybody, welcome to show 335 Aussie Mac Zone. Sorry we're a day late.
Yes.
How are you, Zarn?
I'm all right. I'm a little just drained, really.
Yeah.
It's been
one day of work and you were stuffed. Is that right?
one day of work, and I was absolutely. When you have to actually do something for a living, things change, and you get tired, and oh god.
Poor baby. Poor baby.
I know. Yeah, no, I was just absolutely buggered yesterday. I'm a little bit the same tonight, actually. You can see the bags under my eyes and everything like that, and I'm looking a bit puffy. I'm a bit tired.
Oh,
But
poor thing.
I know. I'm all right.
Yeah.
We'll get through this.
Can you just sit over to your left a bit more? Sorry. Bit more.
Nope.
No.
That's all I got.
Can you move the Can you move the other stuff a little bit to it? You're right. Sorry.
No, you're all right.
Yeah, that'll do. You're almost in the middle there.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Our Aussie Apple ramblings this week. We have. How is it starting back to normality for some people? So, Zarn, not very good.
I know. I'm fantastic.
Yes.
I feel that we're a little bit hasty, but other than that, I'm all right.
Yeah. So, well, we'll wait and see, won't we?
We will. Hi, Patricia, or Trish, and hello, Corinne. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely, thank you. Now, we've got a new Apple security blow. If you have an iPhone, look away now. Forbes reports Apple has been hoping to move past its recent run of security warnings, but no such luck. After a dreadful April, here we are in May with yet another security blow for the hundreds of millions of iOS users around the world. And this is not in response to our Samsung thing last week, but yeah.
But it just goes to show that, yes, everyone has issues.
Yeah, you just have to be aware of them. Yeah,
that's right. We're not picking on Samsung or anything like that, even though we are a little biased over here in Aussie Mac land.
Yep.
And but it goes to show that everyone has problems, and we're happy to share each.
Yes. So this time it's more than just an overblown export that can be downplayed. This time it's confirmation that a glut of new security exploits are targeting iOS users. After some torrid security disclosures last year, the first sign of trouble for Apple this time around came with a claim from security researchers at ZecOps that a zero-day vulnerability with Apple's native Mail application had been exploited in the wild, combining with other vulnerabilities to compromised devices. Apple denied the exploit had impacted users, but some security officials were not convinced, warning users to remove the Mail app until the issue is fixed. Then, just a couple of days later, we had reports of a new text bomb that exposed Apple devices running iOS 13 to a remotely triggered crash following the receipt of a message containing a crafted text string. Apple is patching both flaws, but the confidence of users was shaken by the scale of the security flaws. I don't know about that because I don't know how many people actually knew.
Yeah,
we're telling you now.
I know. Yeah. And I don't say we weren't shaken as such.
No, and my phone never crashed.
My phone, look, if my phone crashed, it's not because of that. Hey, David, thanks for watching. And so we're definitely not deterred, and we understand that these things happen, and they don't happen often to iOS. So. If anything, we're more vigilant to say that, yes, we know that it'll be fixed and it won't happen again.
Yeah. So, there's a bit more story to it, but yeah, there's a link there if you really want to listen to it. So
Yeah.
Now story 2 is Apple unveils biggest update to Logic since the launch of Logic Pro 10.
Oh.
Apple has unveiled a major update to Logic Pro 10 with a professional version of Live Loops, a completely redesigned sampling workflow, and new beat-making tools. Sorry, just one sec. I just trying to get past something here. It's
all right.
It's auto-scrolling a bit fast for my reading.
With its collection of powerful creative features, Logic Pro X 10.5 will be a massive release for all musicians, including those producing electronic music. The Mac and Logic Pro X are essential tools used by the world's top musicians and producers to create the music that we all love, said Susan Prescott, Apple's Vice President of Apps, Product Marketing, Logic Pro X 10.5 represents the biggest update to Logic since the launch of Logic Pro X, or whatever you want to call it.
10.
Logic Pro 10, with powerful new tools that will inspire every artist, from those just getting started with Logic to those already using it, to produce Grammy award-winning albums. We can't wait to hear what these artists create next. Pro musicians and producers are already expressing their excitement for the Logic Pro X 10.5, saying, Logic Pro X has always been, so I'm reading it and I keep, always been one and only draw. The workflow is unmatched, and the built-in sound libraries have been essential to my music from the beginning. Now, with the addition of Quick Sampler and Drum Machine Designer, I'm getting back hours I used to spend in the studio building sounds and kits. This lets me spend more time writing new verses and editing 70-track vocals. And that's from
70 take vocals.
70 take vocals. That's from Phineas O'Connell, Grammy Award-winning producer with Billie Eilish, Bad Guy, and the album When We All Fall Asleep. Where do we go? Logic Pro X 10.5 has changed the way we approach making music. We've been working with all the new features, from recording sounds with the MacBook Pro's built-in mic directly to Quick Sampler, to quickly arranging a song while simultaneously recording artists using the Live Loops grid. Logic has been used for years on all our productions, and the new version will make it even faster for us to create lasting songs. That's Denzel Baptiste and David Bryle of Take a Day Trip. Grammy-nominated producers Lil Nas X, Panini, Sheck West, Mo Bamba, Travis Scott, and Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
The Scots, Juice WRLD, Legends, Dia Lupa, Good in Bed, and Y&B Cordy, and Kung Fu.
Yeah, so they're just the people that they've produced, obviously. So
yeah.
So what about?
Goody.
It makes. I've heard some other reports about it this week, and it's just astounding how much and what you can do with it now. Apparently. So,
David said that a current affair was scratching on kids' gaming tonight.
Okay.
I missed the current affair, probably because it's garbage. But anything Channel 9 has to say, it's part of the whole what's his name? The Aussie mogul media that owns Foxtel.
Yeah.
That's all part of his, sort of news network. So anything Channel 9 has to say can, in one ear and out the other.
Tell us what you really think.
Yeah.
So,
He's that important that I don't even know his name. So there you go.
Yeah, well, it's not like the old days where we knew who owned what television and
Yeah.
the Packers.
Actually, he sold Fox, didn't he? Yeah, well, the Packer used to own Nine. They sold it to him. He doesn't own Fox anymore because he sold Fox to Disney.
Yes.
That's why you can get Simpsons on Disney, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he owns
Murdoch.
Murdoch.
Rupert Murdoch.
He still owns Fox News. Just not Fox Studios.
Yeah.
Now, what about gaming? What do we got? Speaking of gaming.
Well, David, if a kid's able to spend $8,000 out of a parent's account, it means the parents haven't got the account locked down properly.
That's
because
right.
None of our kids on any of our devices can spend any of our money without our permission. So it's not the kid's problem; it's the parent's problem.
Yeah, it's parental settings on the phone or
settings.
iPad or the Mac, or how you set up accounts, and
like I said, our kids could have done the same thing, but we know how to set this sort of stuff up. We've talked about it before, how to do parental settings and stuff like that. So this doesn't happen.
Yep.
So again, it's not the kid's fault.
And even
poor parenting. See, David said poor parenting. Exactly, mate. Hi, Kellyanne. Oh, hi, Kellyanne. Hi, Mason. Hi, Hunter. Hi, Levi. How are you?
When we had, when I had littler kids, we had our internet bank card was only had money that we put in it, so they couldn't take $8,000 out of it anyway. It wasn't our main credit card or debit card or whatever. Just to stop that happening. So you got to think ahead sometimes too.
Yeah, the way internet works anyway. If you've got like mine comes out each month. It's set. You can't go over.
Yep.
You can't go on. You can't go on. You can't go over. It's just set. If it's done, it's done. So Anyway.
Yeah. So tell me about gaming this week.
I'm a little disappointed this week. I tried 2 games.
Yeah.
Both of which I couldn't work out. I don't honestly know if it's me getting older.
I do.
Or or if it's the games itself. I'm still a little bit disheartened. So I'm not really sure. The first game I tried was Cho-Cho Rocket Universe. Now, this is a Sega game, so I expected a little bit more. You press either multiplayer, which is online, or you can do story mode. I did story mode. I didn't even try the multiplayer because I got into story mode, and it tells you a little bit of the story, then puts you on the surface of a moon or a planet with a rocket. From there, I couldn't move. It just froze and wouldn't let me get past it. I tried and tried and tried for days. I got rid of it, reloaded it in, and I still couldn't get past that first window. So I've left a review for Sega or Saga, however you want to say it, to have a look at, and hopefully they get back to me and fix the problems. Last time I did with Neversong, they were back to me in a few days and then fixed the problem. So hopefully Sega, being a bigger corporation, do the same thing. And then once they got it up and running again, I'll try to review it again. Second one was Beyond Blue. This one had real promise. I really liked the trailer they had on arcade. Looked quite realistic. You got to swim with big blue whales and play with dolphins, and it was like you're a scuba diver and you got to swim around these awesome fish, not just dolphins and whales. There was also sharks, and you got all that sort of stuff, which was really exciting. I thought, this is going to be cool. You're going to be able to interact with these animals. And again, This one wasn't freezing or anything like that. It was just on the phone. It was a little bit hard to control. I know, again, I don't know if that's because I'm all thumbs or if the game was maybe sort of meant more for the big screen TV, the 4K, because of the quality.
No, but if it's an arcade game...
Yeah, it should be set for all.
Yes.
Yeah. But the quality, like the picture quality and all that sort of stuff would look amazing on the big screen with the 4K. So I'm guessing they sort of were looking for that. But it was hard to control for me. So I didn't sort of get too far into it. I'm going to put it on the TV and give it a go, though, and see if it's any better.
Okay.
So that's both the games I've done this week, and I didn't give them a rating because I really didn't get to play them.
That's the rating they deserve at the moment, then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to, but again, I don't give up. Everyone knows that, or should know that by now. I'll come back to a game if I can get it to work. Then I'll come back to it and I'll re-review it and give it the rating it deserves. So hopefully that's what happens.
Excellent.
Entertainment, Michael.
Entertainment, yeah. So YouTube to stream Tribeca, Cairns, and Sundance films for free starting on May 29. The 10
That's cool.
It is. The We Are One Festival will feature feature movies from 20 of the world's most famous film festivals. CNET tells us, in light of the closures surrounding the coronavirus pandemic, YouTube announced last Monday a global film festival called We Are One. The free online festival will begin May 29 and run through to June 7 on YouTube. 20 of the world's most famous film festivals will feature their content. The Berlin International Film Festival, Cannes Film Festival, Sundance Film Festival, Toronto International Film Festival, Tokyo International Film Festival, Tribeca Film Festival, Jerusalem Film Festival, Venice Film Festival will all be presenting. The digital festivals will feature films, shorts, documentaries, comedies, and music and conversations. A full schedule of events will be posted on the festival's YouTube page soon. Now, one of the most unique and inspiring aspects of the world staying home is our ability to come together and experience an event as one. And We Are One, a global film festival, is just that. Richard Kinsel, Chief Business Officer of YouTube, said in a release. The film festival will benefit the World Health Organization COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. We often talk about film's uniquely powerful role in inspiring and uniting people across borders and differences to help heal the world. All of the world needs healing right now, said Jane Rosenthal, Tribeca Enterprises and Tribeca Film Festival co-founder and CEO. Tribeca also organised and produced the festival.
Oh, awesome.
So, yeah.
I love these film fests. Do you remember Trop Fest?
Yep.
I used to love Trop Fest. The short films in Domain.
Yeah.
I had a friend who, actually a couple of friends who put films in and got them through to that. I was in one of the films, in one of the short films. I had a little bit of a cameo in one, and we used to go every year, pack a picnic and a blanket, and go and sit down and watch all the short films.
Yeah.
So it's such a great thing, and for YouTube to do this at a time like that is fantastic. I love to see the world just come together and give back what it used to be like, I guess. Like, I remember as a kid it being like this, that people would do this sort of stuff all the time. And getting back to that and not, sort of being so far away when we're so close together now with this sort of technology is fantastic. Yeah.
Excellent.
Can't wait to watch that.
So, we've got this one next. Yes. So, Apple TV Plus.
Yep.
Mythic Quest special shot on the iPhone airs May 22. Awesome. Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet will return to Apple TV Plus on May 22 with a special episode that was written, filmed and edited remotely entirely on iPhones. Mythic Quest is Apple's TV Plus imaginative, sometimes a hilarious look at life in the offices of a gaming company. The series has a pedigree that's heavily associated with long-running cable comedy series It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's written by the same guys, isn't it?
Yeah. Like most TV productions, Mythic Quest had been put on the back burner as a safety measure during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Now the series will return to Apple's streaming service on May 22 for a special episode titled Mythic Quest Quarantine, according to the Hollywood Reporter.
If it's anything like they do with Always Sunny,
yeah,
and they've called it Mythic Quest Quarantine, it will be fantastic.
Being stuck there, and
all I've got to say about that is rum ham. Like,
now, Entertainment 3. So, I've been enjoying the simple old YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
Now, this afternoon, I watched Don Adams.
Oh, wow.
do stand-up comedy in 1957.
Oh, that would have been fantastic.
Like, that's... Get Smart started in late 1965, so it's 9 years before that. It was great.
Yeah,
it was great. And then Carol Burnett with Robin Williams. I didn't even know who Robin Williams was on. Carol. Anyway, it was a funeral one where like her husband had died and blah blah blah, and then but they show you 2 takes and where he changes in the second take, and and then you also had Harvey Korman and Tim Conway. Being police in disguise in a park waiting for a mugger to come along. Harvey Corbin was like, he must have been biting his tongue so hard not to laugh every time Tim Conway would do things and he'd start to crack up. Just awesome.
Oh, fantastic. We was at Amazon, done this comedy thing as well. Actually, so Stan, they're all sort of getting comedians out and about and doing some fun stuff. But was it on Amazon? They did the Frank Woodley, Leno and Woodley.
Yeah.
The Flight, or whatever it's called, where it's meant to be a story of the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
And the 2 of them, my God, they've still got it. Like that was fantastic.
They definitely
They're so goddamn funny. And they talk about, very briefly, they talk about the 12-year split. And Leno just goes on. There's a lot of sort of swearing in it, but he basically blames Frank Woodley for it.
Yeah.
And and just the way they do it, it's fantastic. It was so well done. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't already seen it. And it's excellent. They're also doing one that just brings all these comedians together, and it's sort of like an improv thing, but it's like Sam Simmons and all that, which is just brilliant. Sam Simmons is probably one of my, if not my favorite Aussie comedian. He doesn't have a filter at all, and his stuff is just so ridiculous, like making bread shoes on stage, like it's just silly. It's silly stuff.
Yeah.
But speaking of YouTube, we've been watching heaps of YouTube just because of the content.
Yeah.
We found a page that's on there for America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah.
And the boys love it. Oh my God, they just love it. They laugh so hard at people coming to Gutser. Especially Hunter. Hunter thinks it's hilarious. Seeing someone on a motorbike come off and land in a creek or something like that. He just thinks it's great. Or animal ones. Mason loves the silly dog ones. It puts him in stitches. So we've been watching lots of that on YouTube.
Excellent.
And also Mighty Car Mods. I watch a lot of Mighty Car Mods on there. Western Sydney guys from Western Sydney, or Sydney anyway. I think they're more hills region out Castle Hill way, but they still drive around everywhere around here and building awesome cars and for Aussie blokes. So pretty cool.
Yeah, I watched some other ones this week, which Zach King, who's a magician that uses timing when to do proper cuts, and he's had a thing now where if he shows you send him videos, if he shows the videos, he gives you a pin, blah blah blah.
Oh,
and
cool.
But he showed about 40 people who'd sent stuff into him that they were really good, really creative.
Yeah.
and explains little bits about how to do it, and you know, because they're not, you know, 10 grand's worth of professional studio doing it, and all the way, you've got to be, you know, and he shows how people are getting really creative.
Yeah.
He had one where, you know, two people were in a doorway with a table in between instead of a mirror.
Yeah,
But still made it look like a mirror and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It was
awesome!
very
cool.
very clever.
Hey, J-Dog, thanks for watching, bro. We watched also one on Netflix. A magician, Justin something or another.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name now, but the boys loved him too. He's very good as well.
Excellent.
He's a phenomenal magician. I love magic. I'm one of those nerds, you know, that really likes magic. Yeah. Most people don't like magicians and stuff like that, but I love it.
Now,
I love being wondered.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah. It's the kid inside. I explained it to Matt. We're talking about the new Star Wars and everything like that, and Marvel movies and stuff, and they're like, you know, they're crap, and I don't like them, and this and that. And I'm like, you're not watching it with the inner 8-year-old. You know, you got to watch them with your inner 8-year-old. You know, because otherwise you won't enjoy them.
Yeah.
But if you watch them, you know, and you got to remember Star Wars too. Like, they're not speaking to us anymore. They're speaking to the next generation. You know, and so you got to remember, if you watch it with your inner 8-year-old, it's always going to be excellent. And fantasy is fantasy. You need to be able to open that part of your mind up and enjoy that you know, sci-fi and fantasy.
One of the podcasts I listened to today, and they were going back and quoting some early Star Wars, and one of the guys said, in episode 1, when, you know, Skywalker did such and such, and he said, no, we're going to remember that was episode 4.
Yeah, it's episode 4.
Even though it was the first one we saw, it was still
it's
episode 4.
The first movie, but what you got to remember is the next 3 were prequels, and so therefore they are 1, 2, and 3.
That's right.
If you watch them in order, it makes sense. If you watch them in order, it actually makes sense. So. Yeah, I was in class today, and kids were talking about Star Wars, and they're like, "Yeah, you know, I'm not a big fan." They're saying, "I'm like, yeah, me either. I don't really like it that much." You know, yeah, it's not that good, you know. I'm like, oh. And one of the kids caught on, and they're like, "Oh my god, what did your hand say?"
And for those that are only listening, Zarn's actually got the word Star Wars tattooed on.
I do. I have Star Wars tattooed on my fingers across the tops of my knuckles.
Yep.
Yes, it's just so yeah. I got that because I thought it'd be funny to get that done, because you see lots of. I'm a big guy, for those who aren't watching and listening. And you're listening, I'm a big guy. I'm about 6'3", and I'm about 100 and something kilos. I'm also a massive nerd. And so you see all the big guys like me, and they've got all those mean tattoos across their hands and stuff. So I thought it'd be funny to get Star Wars on mine.
So yeah, all cool.
Oh, show Nass. Hang on. Tim just said show Nass. Star Wars. There you go, Nass. Star Wars. I've also got Star Wars tattoos on my arms, but I'm not going to show everyone them.
That was arms, wasn't it? Arms.
Yeah. Arms. Yes, it is arms.
I don't know about the other bit. Yeah, moving on.
Are we moving on to how-tos?
Yeah, how-to. So, using the scroll bar on your iPhone. It's a bit hard to see, so if you're in a web page or something, it is there on the right-hand side.
Happy to help, Ness.
So, yeah, you just, for the iPhone scroll bar, you open any app that uses the scroll bar, such as Safari or Photos. You locate the scroll bar on the right-hand side of the screen. It's only very, very small. You long press and hold it. Holding down with your finger, you can see it get a little bit bigger, and now you can drag it up and down without any problem whatsoever. Just doing that little long press and holding it just a little bit makes all the difference.
It does, yep.
So, yeah. And I don't think we've got any more how-tos.
No.
Now, what about this one here? Yeah.
Is that the European
Heart Journal? Yeah.
Yep.
Apple
So,
Watch, Apple Watch ECG detects signs of coronary encephalopathy missed by a hospital ECG.
wow.
Yeah, go for it. 9 to 5 Mac.
9 to 5 Mac explains since the Apple Watch added the ECG app with the Series 4, numerous stories have surfaced about how the app has contributed to saving people's lives. Now, a new article from the European Heart Journal tells the story of an 80-year-old woman in
Mainz. Yeah.
what is it?
Mainz, I think. Just
Mainz?
Yeah.
Mainz, Germany, whose Apple Watch detected evidence of a heart condition missed by a hospital's ECG. The woman arrived at University Medical Center Mainz, complaining of chest pain, irregular heart rhythm, and lightheadedness. At the hospital, doctors performed a traditional 12-channel ECG, which revealed no evidence for how do you say that?
Ischemia.
Ischemia. Yeah.
So,
the patient then showed doctors the results of ECG tests that she took with her Apple Watch, which included tracking with marked ST segments, depression in their results. The doctor did see evidence of myocardial edema.
Yep.
That's how I'm going to say it. It's edema.
That's right.
The patient was transferred to the catheterization lab, which showed a left main stem stenos and a left artery descending diagonal diagonal bifurcation lesion.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's my English lesson for the week. The article from the European Health Journal concluded that the Apple Watch can be used to detect myocardial edema.
Yep. So the development of smart technologies paves the way for new diagnostic possibilities.
Yep.
In the case of the Apple Watch, after mobile application is installed, the records that record an ECG when a finger is placed on the watch's digital crown. A 30-second tracing is stored in a PDF. And then, you can use that and just forward it, and you can retrieve it from the application. Thus, the Apple Watch may be used not only to detect arterial fibrillation or atrioventricular conduction disturbances, but also detect myocardial ischemia.
Oh, yeah.
An apple a day may keep myocardial infarction away. That's not going to take over yours, is it?
It's not. So, Tim just said, did you know that if you need to go back and correct your typing, if you hold down the space bar, the keyboard goes back and then becomes a trackpad.
Yep.
So you can move the cursor back to where you need it if you need to change a word or something on iPhone or Android keyboard.
Yeah, you've got a long press, not hard press.
Yeah, it's not a hard. It's a long press, and it'll go in between words and everything like that. So that's actually a really good one because not most people don't realize they can actually do that.
Yeah, you keep
and
forgetting
correct
about
their spelling or whatever. So
absolutely.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you. Yeah. So now.
So what was it? And remember, an apple a day may keep the myocardial infarction away.
Now, we
still
we still haven't had an official answer from Apple regarding when we're getting the ability to have an ECG on your Apple Watch in Australia. Unfortunately, there is no official comment from Apple about it.
I don't know why. Why aren't we allowed to have it?
Well, obviously it hasn't.
Pardon me.
There may be other things that are more important on being given permission, but because it's got to be a federal government approved thing, because it's a health thing. It's got to be approved by the government. So obviously, I would assume that Apple have applied for it to be used for ECGs.
Maybe Hillsong doesn't like it, so Morrison won't put it forward.
So I can't comment on why it's not. And Apple
Neither can I really, but I will.
Apple and I know for a fact Apple can't comment on why it's not.
Yeah, they're not allowed to either.
So yeah. So what's our next story?
Story 4. Alexa developer rewards expands to Australia and New Zealand.
We are announcing that we have expanded our Alexa developer rewards program to Australia and New Zealand. From April, you can make money for eligible skills published to the Australian skill store that garner the highest customer engagement each month, as well as in the US, the UK, Germany, Japan, India, France, Italy, and Spain. You can learn more about Alexa developer rewards by visiting our local page, and there'll be a link in the show notes of course.
So you're going to make some money on Alexa?
I'm not. But
neither am I.
It's not. It starts off very simple.
Yep.
And you can, some of the simple ones are ones that make money.
Yep.
And then it can get very, very complex.
Yeah.
And they still make money. So,
yep.
And all it is, Alexa, do this for me, or Alexa, do that for me.
Yep.
So, but yeah, some are very simple and some are very hard. So,
I would love an Alexa or, something thereabouts. I don't know about the Google one. I probably wouldn't go on Google, but I'd go on Alexa.
Mm-hmm.
Or an Apple. What's the Apple Home, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Apple Home.
Siri commands, yeah.
Yeah, Siri commands, yeah. So that'd be cool too.
But
if I can make money off Alexa, then I'll take Alexa.
Well, the advantage is Alexa, you're making the commands. You're not making any app or any. Doesn't have to be an app, but yeah, because you're just making the commands that Alexa uses to perform things.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
When when you play such and such a song.
Yeah.
That's all very simple. So, get started.
Yep. Well, Amazon have now basically, so all my Amazon's linked now.
Yeah.
So, and because I have a subscription with Amazon Prime, which is an Amazon TV, which is that I also have Audible, Amazon, like the delivery service, and their music service.
Mm-hmm.
Because turns out that it's all now rolled into one.
Yes.
And so I can go on to any of those. And I already have an account. It charges it to my Amazon account they already have my details, everything like that.
Yeah.
And so it's very, very cool. I'm very impressed with it, actually, by the way. Yeah, I like this Amazon stuff. It's pretty cool.
So if you're interested in programming, etc., get started. We evaluate customer engagement and determine skill rewards on a monthly basis. You can increase customer engagement and potentially earn more rewards by improving your existing skills and publishing new ones. You can also read about best practices for promoting your Alexa skills to reach more customers. That's eligible really cool. skill categories include education and reference, food and drink, games, trivia and accessories, kids, health and fitness, lifestyle, music and audio, productivity. And to date, the Alexa Developer Rewards Program has paid millions of dollars to developers in more than 20 countries. You can read about how Gal Sheena, David Markey, or Oscar Merry earned Alexa Developer Rewards on the Alexa Developer blog. There's no need to apply for the program. If your skill qualifies for rewards, you will receive an email from the Alexa team. The email will cover the next steps for your registration and payment account setup. Make sure your profile section is up to date in the Alexa Developer Console.
Cool.
For more information, visit our local page, Alexa Developer Rewards in Australia and New Zealand.
Awesome.
Which is very simple. And, of course, there'll be a link in the show notes.
So, show promotions, show notes, links each week on show upload, the link being
AussieMaxZone.com.au/AMZ335 this week.
Awesome.
335.
There you'll see the last 6 weeks of show notes. You can email us at
Michael
or Zarn
at AussieMaxZone.com.au.
You can find us on Spotify.
Yeah.
Just search Aussie Max Zone.
You can find us on Apple News at Aussie Max Zone. And
podcast.
And I've also been adding something like every second day to the Apple News stories. So keep that up to date. Keep watching that. I've also been including some Apple TV stuff in the Apple News Aussie Max Zone page.
Make sure you check out our page on Facebook, Aussie Max Zone. We see little videos and stuff like that we make, and you can watch our live streams, which would obviously be live now, but they're still there to watch.
Yep.
Thanks to our supporters, you, our listeners.
Most important, yes.
Yeah.
Our listeners, thank you very much. Thanks to everyone that came on tonight.
That's right. So thank you to Tim, thank you to Dave, thank you to Kellyanne and the boys. Who else have we got? We've got
Trish and...
Thank you, Trish. Thank you, Corinne. Yes. Thank you for watching.
Yes.
And I guess it's up to me now. Yeah. So remember, an apple a day keeps the androids away. Also something about your cardiovascular system. I'm not a doctor. So see you later.